It's the 2025 Theme Park Awards, and we're actually in for established content creator. And whilst we don't expect to get anything from it, it's always a good day out. It's really exciting to get to see people, mingle with people, and obviously meet fellow creators and theme park goers. It's just one of those relaxing days. We're not going to show you too many highlights because it's actually live from, they're going to broadcast it live, so you go back and watch it. However, we'll show you a little bit. And then at the end, what we normally do is kind of show you the winners as it goes, but rather than film it all, bear in mind it is live and on the channel, what we will do is go through our opinion at the end of whether or not we thought it was a shock, or whether or not it's quite obvious that I think one park is going to mop up today.
Bronze winner is Jurassic Resurrection at Bottom's Pleasure Beach. Silver is Toxicator at Alton Towers. And gold goes to Ghostly Manor.
Wow, thank you so much. What an honour to be up against so many amazing theme parks and to win Theme Park of the Year. Yeah, it's very humbling, so thank you very much. This is an award for everyone at Portons, from our fantastic marketing team, all the people that make things tick, finance, admin, all the people that don't get shouts out. So, they do fantastic work alongside the operational teams, ride ops, park operations, F&B, retail, engineering, landscaping, gardening, maintenance. There's so many people that make Portons tick and make all our theme parks tick. So yeah, this is an award for everyone at Portons, and we couldn't do it without you all. So thank you so much.
It's always nice to see some of the stalls that are set up as well. Some of the production companies, a little bit about Wicksteed. We had our first visit here last year, and yes, we missed the shoot ride, but not to worry. We'll wheel down it at some point. Oh my god. Genuinely blown away. Just blown away. Absolutely blown away. A bronze award in the established content creator. Honestly, blown away. Massive thank you to everyone. I'll probably say it again throughout the video, but a massive thank you to everyone. It genuinely means the world to me. After years and years and years that to get recognised is just brilliant. It really is. I really hope you enjoy the content that we create, and obviously hang around, because we're not done by any means. This isn't the end by any means. It's only the beginning is the way we look at it, but just incredible. Massive thank you. Incredible. Now, last time we came to Wicksteed, we missed the train, and I'm kind of hoping this goes past the water chute so I can find out where the water chute is as well. There it is, the water chute. You literally just sort of fall down into the water and then get dragged back up. I think it is the only operating one in the country now. Hopefully that's where we'll be heading next. I believe this is the only water chute now in the country. There used to be one at Lightwater Valley, and yeah, here we go. We just hold. Oh, it's got a bounce to the bottom. And that's it.
Slight sprinkling?
Yeah, and then
So it doesn't capsize.
it pulls you back. It's balancing. Yeah, I don't quite know why. So that's it. That's the water chute. That's what it's about. I remember the one being at Lightwater Valley, but I never got on it. And I'm sure this is the only one that is left in the country. But yeah, you effectively come down, you kind of skate across the water, and then they pull you back up, and that's it. But it is a rich piece of theme park history, and it's something I've always wanted to do, and somehow completely missed it last year.
That's your fault.
There we go, balance out, and up we go. I will say these steps up and down are definitely Small. We'll run with small. There it is, the water chute as it comes down now. I mean, it's really nothing to it. It looks worse than it is. And you can see then the cable, which effectively comes down with it, then just pulls you back up. One of the most simple rides possible, in fairness. But yeah, 100 years old. I mean, we're not talking this thing was built even 50 years, 100 years old. This would have been the height of thrills, particularly here at Wicksteed. As I said, I do remember there being one at Lightwater Valley. I'm sure there's been many others around, but I'm sure this is the only one left. And yeah, it's a big tick for me, to be honest, to say, yeah, it's done. We are heading now back to the car. So in the car, if you want to hang around, I'm going to go through the winners from the awards today and kind of give you my thoughts on them and whether or not I thought they would win and whether there's really any surprises. Quite honestly, there were a couple, actually. No, there were a couple of surprises, one in particular which I'm really shocked about. We've had a wonderful time here at the awards. I'm absolutely blown away by the fact that I've won something. I don't care if it's third. I didn't expect to win anything at all. So yeah, absolutely blown away. So massive thank you to them and obviously all of you who have voted, because you didn't need to. And it does mean the world to me. It really caught me off guard and, you know, choked me up a bit. So massive thank you for that. In terms of the park, we did come, I apologise for the wind noise. It seems to be all I do these days is apologise for wind noise. I will get a mic, honest. It's the first time I've come down this end of the park. We did the thrill one last time. You can look back on the channel and see the video from that. It's nice to get on the train. The train actually, I mean, it literally goes right the way around, back up and down. I know it sounds silly, but some of them only do sort of a little bit. But this is massive tour of the park and then the water chute. I really wanted to get on the water chute. I couldn't wait to get on that and see what it's all about. You know, is it a high intense thrill ride? No, but it is part of theme park history. And as you know, I like my rides. So this is the Wicksteed maze. It's a little preview of it as they are building it up. And then the kids come through and press buttons. Ah! That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. It makes it quite friendly. It is a children's friendly one, so if they don't want scares and they just want to have a look at just want to have a look at it, I assume that did this one. I don't know why I assume that did this one. That was probably really silly of me, to be honest. That's pretty clever.
When we open this to the public, we have members of staff in here, making sure the kids are okay, things are being touched but not manhandled, if that makes sense, like buttons and so forth for that. So, and if there's a problem with any of the kids and bits and pieces, we'll take them out for the fire escape. That's for the over 10s in there. If you're too scared, just carry on going down and turn right and then go to the next room. If you want to go in there and enjoy yourself, I haven't got one prop on there because it scares me and go outside my little dog. So that's the big zombie contamination room.
Ah.
Go in there and enjoy yourself.
So it is nicely laid out because obviously it's for the children, so they know what to press. Now the zombie one isn't on, so I don't know which one it is. But one of the ones isn't on because it scares. I imagine it's probably this one, because that looks like a zombie. Oh no, that one's on. Yeah, nice little screen here with the zombies walking past. You don't really know what it's going to do. The problem is, I don't know if it's worse or better if you don't know whether it's coming. Because you know it's going to do something, you just don't know what it's going to do. Oh god, that is brilliant. That looks really cool actually. That's a lovely effect on there with the light. It's not the first year they've had this, but this is the Halloween haunt, which we've just been through there. So interestingly, it's done for charity. It's done for the Wicksteed charity. They make no money from this, there's no profit at all. And obviously it's really good actually, the way that you can take children in there and they can choose whether or not they're going to be scared. So they're going in fairly small groups, 2s, 3s, kind of, you know, family based to walk through, and they can choose to press the buttons. The buttons are quite obvious. They said some of them are hidden, some of them are a little bit hidden, but generally they're quite obvious and they're at children's height. So if they want to be scared, they can press the buttons. If they don't want to be scared, they don't press the buttons. It's as easy as that. That is a great idea. It really, really is. That opens in October. We might have got sidetracked very slightly going back to the car, but that is fantastic. And the fact it's done for charity, it just seemed lovely, absolutely lovely. And of course we walk through the zombie zone. That is for 10 pluses. There is an effect off in there because it scares the dogs. They want the dogs to work. But I really enjoyed that. That is what I call a family walkthrough that's interactive. Theme park awards inside are done, and a quick tour around Wicksteed as well. So we were heading back to the car straight away, but we got sidetracked by the Halloween. I just say that Halloween is fantastic. What a great thing. And they also do a zombie train as well, very much aimed at children. I love the fact that you can control your own scares in there. That is really something. And the park is brilliant. It is a beautiful surroundings here. We had a great time when we come last year, and it's nice to get on the water shoot. However, we're going to look through the award book now, and we'll tell you who's won if you haven't seen already, and we'll tell you our thoughts on it as well. We have made it back to the car. As you can see, I'm not driving, which is why I'm going to do this in the car. So we're just going to go through the categories, and I'll point you to the winners as well and give you our thoughts along the way. It seems good to do it on the journey home. It's about 3 hours, and there's some interesting ones, and I think there's some obvious ones. The first one was Best New Attraction. Now this was going to go one or two ways for me. This was either going to go Ghostly Manor or Toxicator. So Paulton's Park or Alton Towers. Now I hear a lot of people say with Alton Towers in particular, Toxicator, it's just another top spin. They've replaced the top spin with a top spin. I get that, but actually it's really well presented. The whole area is presented well. The screens are fantastic with some of the cycles on it. However, you should know my love for Ghostly Manor. I know not everyone gets Ghostly Manor. That's because you haven't ridden it enough. When you're in 3 digits for riding it, I can tell you there are so many hidden features to it which I still haven't found. For me, Ghostly Manor was always going to be the winner, and Ghostly Manor did indeed take this one. Well-deserved new ride for 2025. Best reimagined attraction for this year. Now, this was always going to be a bit difficult. I always thought the winner would win it, but I didn't think they should win it, if you kind of see where I'm coming from. So we had Launchpad, Lego City Deep Sea Adventure. I won't lie, I didn't spot a difference in there. Legoland Express was really well done by Legoland. That was fantastic. I've not been to Gulliver's World. The Pitch and Putt I've not seen. I've not seen the one at Twin Lakes. Now the Jolly Robin, I have to say, it's obviously called Robin because it's a nice throwback to Robin Hill when it was there. That was really nicely done. And Wipeout. For me, Wipeout should have been the winner. It wasn't. The winner was Launchpad. And the only reason why I say that, I'm not saying that Blackpool have done a bad job at it, quite the opposite. I think they've done a fantastic job of Launchpad. However, it's not getting the ride any new riders, whereas Wipeout will. There are plenty of people that wouldn't ride Wipeout with over-the-shoulder restraints. It was too uncomfortable, where it's not. It's a completely different attraction which opens it up to a lot of people that maybe didn't want to experience it, and maybe people that had experienced it, however, didn't like the over-shoulder banging. So for me, Wipeout was what I would have picked as a winner, what I'd have voted for a winner. I appreciate probably more people go to Blackpool, but this one went to Launchpad. The next category was Best Theme Parks for Families. Now this is actually split between small and large parks, so there are 2 winners. There is a bronze, a silver and a gold. We're only going to go through the winners on these ones, to be honest with you, because there's obviously quite a few to go through otherwise. Big theme park, you could probably see it, it goes to Paulton's Park, and it's what we would have picked as well for a family park. It's got a nice mix of obviously children's area, and it's growing with a big mix of more, you know, thrilling rides. So for me, Paulton's Park should have won, and it did win. Now interestingly, on the small one, this could have gone either way, to be honest, because you could potentially give this to Gulliver's. Some of their parks are quite well set up for it. However, I did have a feeling with the new City World that Creeley would pick that up. With Maximus being 25 years this year, Creeley did indeed pick that up. So not too much of a shock for me, to be honest, Paulton's Park and Creeley. We then move on to Best Theme Park for Toddlers. Now again, this could have gone either way, but I think it was again pretty obvious that Toddlers in the large group would be Peppa Pig World, and indeed it was. Paulton's Park pick up another award with Peppa Pig World. In terms of small parks, again, the success of Sootyland, I thought Creeley would pick it up, and they did. I've got obviously a soft spot for Thomas Land, and that's because I grew up with Thomas the Tank Engine, but you know, you can't take it away from Peppa Pig World. And he did say as well, it's painted every 3 months. Every 3 months. The area always looks fantastic. We walked through it the other day during the garden tour when the park was empty. It's just bright, colourful and fantastic. And Sooty Land, although we haven't visited Creeley, we will be going back next year. Does look incredible. So no real shock for me there. For many, one of the big categories, and that's best theme park for thrills. Now I have to say, again, I had this one penned, and it probably is the way you're thinking. It went to Thorpe Park. Now it could have gone to Pleasure Beach, it could have gone to Alton Towers, but I mean, Thorpe Park I think have got the thrills wrapped up. I know they haven't had a new ride this year, but obviously Hyperion is still carrying them. They've got a good selection of flat rides when they're working. I just think Thorpe Park have got it wrapped up, and well deserved, to be honest. We then move on to best theme park with animals. Now this is actually split into, again, big parks and small parks, and there are some interesting ones on it. There are some really good zoos. However much I'm not a massive fan of Flamingo Land and their operations, their zoo is fantastic, it really is. And on the other scale as well, Folly Farm, we had a fantastic time there. Thought the zoo was brilliant, and that was a few years ago now. We've got smaller ones in Portland Park with birds and things. We've got Chessington, we've got Drayton Manor, which has definitely improved the zoo over the last couple of years. And West Midlands Safari Park, although it's got a really good zoo, I question the theme park aspect of it. Now, for big, I'd have given this to Flamingo Land. 100%. I think their animal enclosures are brilliant. I think some of their areas are brilliant. I think the selection of animals are brilliant, and that's what I'd have done. And then for the smaller ones, I'd have gone Folly Farm. I've not visited all of them, but I'd have gone Folly Farm. Now in the smaller one, Drusilla's picked it up, and we have heard good things about Drusilla's, but we haven't actually been down there, so it does kind of prompt us now that we need to go down there. However, in the big park, it went to Chessington. Now, my love for Chessington is like through the roof. You should know this, but there is no way on God's green earth that they should be winning best theme park with animals. I'm really, really sorry. I'm just sorry. Not for me. Not at the moment. Not while they're going through redevelopment. I was really shocked by this result, to be honest with you. And again, it's not to say they're not doing a good job and everything, and they're working within constraints and things, but there's a lot going on at the park, especially this year as well, with new enclosures and things going up. And everyone knows Chessington as our special place, as my first visit, major theme park, but I'm afraid I was shocked by this. This is an important category. I believe it's a new one as well, which is Best New Accessibility Initiative. And there are some really good ones on here, and I mean really good ones on here. I love the idea of the minibus guided tour around West Midlands Safari Park. You've got dog relief areas at both Thorpe Park and Legoland. You've got quiet mornings at Drayton Manor, which is fantastic because it's obviously aimed at Thomas Land. And a couple of others as well, including the new Century Space, which we covered down at Chessington World of Adventures. Now, it's a little bit more difficult to pick a winner on this. I didn't think it was going to go to a dog relief area, to be honest with you, but there are some really, really good ones on here, all of which are really important. Now, the winner came to Drayton Manor and Quiet Mornings, which again I think is brilliant. You know, you take children to Thomas Land and it's a bit quieter, the music's turned down, there's no announcement. In fact, I think the music's off. There's no announcements, there's no nothing. It's just a nice quiet time for you to come enjoy the rides for your children. I think that is brilliant, and deserved winner. Best customer service. Now this was small and large parks, but was only gold. There was no tier on this one. It was the winners. And you know, we've had some cracking days out at a lot of these parks this year. It does feel like in general customer service has really picked up, and I was shocked not to see Adventure Island on the list, to be honest with you, because we always have amazing experiences there. That said, two deserved winners. Large park went to Portland Park and small park went to Black Gang Chine, right on the south coast where we are. Arguably two of our most local parks picked up the award for best customer service. Here are the content creators, and they were split. We were split into two groups this year. Best developing content creator, so that's under 5 years, and best established, which was over 5 years. Now, I have to say, generally the winner of the established one is either Sean or Dan, and this time it was Sean. So congratulations to Sean, but I'm not going to lie, whilst we've not read out any bronzes through this, we came third. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know, I've said it all video. Oh my God. But genuinely, oh my God. Now, best developing content creator, there are some crackers in here. I absolutely love Ben and Holly, Coaster Dad and Q4, and I did think they would make it up. And again, it's no disrespect to the rest of them, you know, there are all some really good creators coming forward, and this was picked up by Coaster Dad, which again, I'm not surprised about. He makes some really compelling content, to be honest with you. So massive congratulations to all of us. This is, you know, my side of the coin. So massive congratulations to everyone on here. Here we go, it's the big one, theme park of the year. We did put a vote out, and it was coming down to two, Thorpe Park and Paultons Park. For me, there was never any doubt when I said this to the guys as soon as we got there that they were going to pick up theme park of the year. Now again, theme parks have really upped their game this year. Some of them have some unjustified press, to be honest with you, but they've really picked up the game. Places like Creeley, a bit disappointed I didn't get down there this year, to be honest with you. I'd really like to. Drayton Manor, we've had some wonderful visits to Drayton Manor. Pleasure Beach, Chesington, you know, have really excelled this year. Although Wild Asia's been closed, they've really excelled everywhere else, and it's just, we've had incredible days there. But it was, for me, always going to be between Paultons Park and Thorpe Park. And of course, it went to Paultons Park. A massive congratulations to them. You know, operations there have been brilliant. Ride upkeep has been brilliant. Ride availability has been brilliant. I think Thorpe has just been had a few niggles here and there. So yeah, massive congratulations. And you know, who's going to dethrone them next year? Who's going to dethrone them? But there we go. Theme Park Awards 2025. I've never been happier, honestly, never been happier. Again, massive thank you to everyone. I really hope you've enjoyed me sitting in the car here telling you about the awards, because, you know, it's something a little bit different, I guess. And yeah, we're going to see you out in the parks. We've got plenty planned over the next couple of months.